Hello, boys and girls, and everything in between. It's me, Mr. Entertainment himself, here to set the record straight. Where is Dragon Ball Broly Abridged, and where is Into the Goku-Verse? I don't know. Except I do know. We did a community post about this, earlier this year. We're just absolutely done with the Dragon Ball franchise. We're not going to get into details about the viewer behavior, because that's less about why it's relevant today. But it's definitely relevant to why we're not fighting back on it. Case in short, if you're on Twitter, you know the Totally Not Mark situation. Toei is going on a spree right now. And we spoke up for Mark, and we got a strike for it. That's where Into the Goku-Verse went. Broly Bridge is gone because, like I said, we're done fighting for it. Apologies, I'm gonna ramble. This is completely unscripted. I'm just very gay and frustrated. We knew this day was coming. We actually never thought that Into the Goku-Verse was even going to make it on YouTube. We tried to cancel it in mid-production. The problem was that by the time we had reached the decision, it was already 90% complete. So it was like, well, we invested that much money in it. We may as well try to get on YouTube. And we were shocked it got on YouTube. And that's what makes this, why I'm having this talk right now, why this is so interesting, is when it got claimed, as we knew it would, Toei put us on a no-ad agreement. What this means is it's allowed to be viewable on YouTube. It's just blocked in Japan, as it should. That's their right. And we just can't play ads on it. Wow, I wish that was the deal with all Abridged parodies. It would make life so much simpler. It's the way it should be. But unfortunately, it's not. It's very inconsistent. It's a very abused system. But anyways, so when you have a no-ad agreement, at any point a company chooses to change that arrangement, they can do that without notifying you, and they can simply block the video, and that's it. No notification, no pomp and circumstance. We had this situation before. If you ever saw our Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans Abridged, we had that arrangement. The arrangement changed. No issues. What happens is we have this arrangement with Toei on that one particular video, and then they started taking down Totally Not Mark's Dragon Ball reviews. Videos that merely have PNGs of characters of the franchise. Videos getting taken down. Like, Toei is lost its mind right now. But what else is new? So we spoke up for Mark on Twitter. Immediately, we get a strike on that video. If Toei didn't want you guys to see this on YouTube, they can simply block it. No strike necessary. No notification necessary. They wanted to send us a message, and we read it loud and clear, Toei, even though it's a message we always knew about you. You are very petty and unprofessional. Joyride Entertainment has a very peripheral relationship with the anime voice acting industry. We've heard stories, and because of our relationship to particular studios, we can never give you the details on those stories, the things that Toei really does. What they did to us is petty, but it's not the pettiest thing we've ever heard. It's definitely not the pettiest thing they've ever done to us specifically. Unfortunately, we can never address them specifically because, out of respect, because that's the vice script that Toei has over everyone. They are just unchecked right now. And this will continue to be if we continue to take their shit. But what can we do? We can ignore them. Like, I'll tell you right now, we're not fighting the copyright strike. We're done. Again, we're getting hit from both sides. There's the shit with Toei, and then there's the shit with the Dragon Ball fan base. Again, we're not getting into those details. That's not about today. But that's the reason why we're not fighting. We're done. We're done. You're never going to see another Dragon Ball Bridge on Joyride. Like, this is the part where there's a call to arms. You know, it's like, oh, don't review their content. Boycott the upcoming movie. You're not gonna do that. I know you're not. You're a consumer. We're all consumers. I know I'm not gonna watch it, but that's just because that movie's gonna be shit. Why would I expect you to do anything about this? That's the reason why Toei has the power that they do. No matter what they do, you're just gonna watch anyways. The only difference that's gonna be made is at some point we're going to reach we're going to reach a breaking point, if it hasn't already been reached, where you can't talk about Toei franchises at all in the online medium. Fine. But let's not forget the fact that, not naming any specific names, into the modern era, between the mid-2000s up until whenever the fuck Battle of Gods came out, the online discourse carried the franchise. There was nothing but maybe like one little TV special that got released. Otherwise, the relevancy of that franchise, the audience hunger for that product, came purely from online discourse, whichever form that was. If we're not talking about that anymore, Toei, and maybe Toei is really ready to commit to making more of this franchise. I mean, there's a manga out already. They're making movies. Maybe they don't need the online discourse anymore, and all power to them. But let's say they take a year off and not release anything, and there's no online discourse. What the fuck is Dragon Ball? No press is bad press, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I can't tell people to stop talking. No one's gonna stop talking about Dragon Ball. But what if they did? But I'm not here to talk about what we can do against Toei, because there's nothing you can really do. But I want to address YouTube. The copyright system, as it currently stands, is severely insufficient. It doesn't give power to the claimant, the one who makes the claim. It is unchecked. There is no check and balance to what they do. Like, part of the reason why we gave up filing counters for Broly Abridged was the fact that because Toei will not respond. If they don't respond to a counterclaim that we sent them, we get the video back. The problem is, the minute we get the video back, a week later, they will strike us again. This is an ongoing process. That's the part that makes me sick about the Totally Not Mark situation, is even if he does take 37 fucking years, that's how long it will take for him. The process is slow, and you can only do it one at a time. But mathematically, it will take him 37 years to get 150 videos back. So let's say he actually did do that. Let's say the copyright system never changes, and this is what must be done. He'll get one video back up, and they'll just strike it back down again. There are no checks against in bad faith claims. None. Why? Because YouTube also doesn't know. Because YouTube is not run by people who understand the website that they're running. YouTube was bought by Google because it was the second most popular search engine. It was bought purely to prevent a competitor. Everyone in that system who's now running it doesn't know. They're just keeping it alive because there just happens to be very large media influencers who can turn over a buck for them. These are the guys who do give YouTube's very small time of day. Everyone else, we are on our own. We are on our own. But we can get very fucking loud. We can bitch YouTube's ear off, and then from there, we just have to fucking cross our fingers. That's it. That's all we can fucking do. But just know that this is a fucking joke. We have a very petty abuse of power in play right now. And, oh my god. But what's going to happen is that in the same way that Toei is unchecked, wait for the day that... Well, actually, let me preface this, everyone. Why this really sucks is that remix and reaction culture, whatever form that takes, whether it's a reaction, an abridged parody, a review, anything, that is the biggest form of content on YouTube. It dwarfs anything. Nobody wants to see anything original on YouTube. Alright? Not for a lack of trying on my part when I make these little twists in my abridged parodies. No one wants to fucking see it. So recently, Mr. Beast makes a huge fucking video. This made huge waves. He made a Squid Game challenge. Okay? That's a remix. That is a parody. by definition. What if Netflix was as petty as Toei and just went, nah, I don't want Mr. Beast's Squid Game challenge on YouTube? What would YouTube do then? Because that would be the huge loss of money that small time of day that YouTube they have for Mr. Beast. What happens when Netflix acts as petty as Toei? That's the direction we're heading. Wait for that day to come. That is when we will see change. And so until then, I mean, we remain persistent. That's how Joyride has survived. We don't need this. We really don't need this. If you want it, I don't know where it is, but we don't. There are far more professional companies to deal with in regards to remix, reaction, review, parody. We will still be here at the end of the day. I mean, your lack of viewership will kill Joyride first, because that's where we're going. That's our fish to fry right now. These copyrights are not my biggest concern, but they are in the general YouTube climate, and I just wanted to say my piece on it. So just to wrap it up, we would love for you to do something about it. We understand you don't have to, and we will just persist. And to those of you who did take the time to actually stay down there and watch after I just revealed where it was, and you just sat here and actually listened to me ramble, I don't even know if this is coherent, but you sat there and listened. I am very thankful to you. I know that you're probably the same people who are still watching our parodies, in spite of us kind of going the other direction these days with other content. Thank you so much. You're the ones we continue to abridge for. Anyways, I've said my piece. Take care of yourselves. Love each other. Stay safe. Have a good holiday. Is it December now? I have no trace of time. Have a good holiday. Saturnalia? Is that what we celebrate now? Have a good one. Bro, I wanted to do a One Piece abridge so fucking bad.